Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I only clicked on this video because I thought it was a Valentine special. But now that guy turned that obvious mannequin into a fucking kebab! Well, let me assure you, this is in fact a Valentine special. You see, this is a love story. This is the story about how much I love this movie. But to find out why, we're going to have to go back to the beginning. Way back when I first started this review. Hello and welcome to Crowfores Reviews. Deadpool. So the movie opens with a truly awesome opening credit sequence. This, of course, is followed by the most normal thing you will see in this movie. A fully costumed superhero riding in the back of a taxi cab. Enjoy it while it lasts, people. It only gets weirder from here. So Deadpool is on his way to a shootout, but he forgot his ammo bag, so he only has 12 bullets. So he's gonna have to get creative with his kills.
Maximum effort.
Well, it would have been easy if you had remembered your ammo bag. Now let this be a lesson to you, kids. Always be prepared. So Deadpool crashes through the roof of the car, and we proceed to get our standard action schlock, but with a twist.
Cockshot! I've never said this, but don't swallow.
Oh yeah, it's one of those movies. This is basically a high-budget porn parody of itself. So the fight goes on a bit more until the car gets flipped, leading to the single greatest oh shit line ever.
Shit. Did I leave the stove on?
Priorities! You know has them. Sorry, Data, that line beat yours out, I'm afraid. So cut over to Xavier's School for the Gifted, aka X-Men headquarters. No reason, really. They mostly just wanted to show that they still exist. Oh, also for this PSA.
You ate breakfast, yes? Breakfast is most important meal of day. Here, protein bar, good for bones.
Quickly followed by this PSA.
I only have 12 bullets, so you're gonna have to share.
Well, sharing is the happy way. This movie has all kinds of good messages for kids. So we get a dramatic countdown as Deadpool shoots off his 12 bullets. And of course, he manages to kill off most of his adversaries. And so he's very rightly pleased with himself.
I'm touching myself tonight.
Good to know?
Why you being private with your wanking, man? We share here.
We do indeed. Because as established, sharing is the happy way. So it turns out that Deadpool is looking for some asshole named Francis, but Francis didn't show up to the shootout, so angry Deadpool takes it out on the nearest henchman. And thus we get our infamous kebab scene.
You're probably thinking, my boyfriend said this was a superhero movie, but that guy in the red suit just turned that other guy into a fucking kebab. And yeah, technically this is a murder. But some of the best love stories start with a murder. And that's exactly what this is, a love story. And to tell it right, I gotta take you back to long before I squeeze this ass into red spandex.
And this is the part of the review where I did a cutaway parodying this scene. But you've already seen that, so we'll just skip through it. And now you're all caught up! So we flash back to 2 years before the shootout, to that one time Deadpool ordered pizza. And, as you might expect, it results in death and jail time.
Threats hurt, Jer, though not nearly as badly as serrated steel.
That's why Deadpool isn't allowed to order pizza anymore.
You will learn in the worst of ways that I have some hard spots too. That came out wrong. Or did it?
Oh, and if you're wondering why he looks more like Ryan Reynolds in these scenes, remember, this was before he got face-fucked by Freddy Krueger. So we follow Deadpool down a dark alley, which, when you put it like that, sounds like a very bad idea, and into a bar. And it turns out that Deadpool is kind of an asshole.
Alright, Kahlua, Bailey's, and whipped cream. I give you a blowjob.
Take that over to Buck, please, and tell him it's from Booth.
He's still breathing. Nobody wins today.
Nice try, Wade.
You got me. I picked Booth in the Deadpool.
So anyway, Deadpool solicits a prostitute for 45 minutes of whatever he wants.
It's time to put balls in holes.
Actually, that's not that far off.
I get it. You love skee ball. Balls and holes.
Balls and holes.
So anyway, Deadpool wins big at skee ball, and he even has 3 minutes left to still get down and dirty.
What do we do with the remaining 2 minutes 37 seconds?
Cuddle?
Wow, he doesn't have much stamina. I guess he must save his maximum effort for fighting bad guys. So anyway, 3 minutes somehow turns into a full year as Deadpool proceeds to have the longest sex scene in history.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Don't they do anything else? You know, besides each other?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Ha! I told you this was a Valentine special. Wait, have I done that yet? Yes, I have. Damn, these timelines are confusing. So anyway, after a year of, dating, Deadpool and Vanessa decide to get married via the best proposal ever.
Wade, there's something I've been meaning to ask you, but only because you haven't gotten around to asking me. Will you, stick it
Marry
in
me?
Jinx?
Yeah, that's right. Suck it, YouTube wedding proposals. That is how it's done! So anyway, after that awesome scene, we immediately get our hopes crushed by the giant freight train pulling out of Mood Whiplash Central.
Oh my god, wait!
People react to news of late-stage cancer differently.
Wow! That's pretty heavy for a movie that just recently featured this scene.
Sir, what does Miss Mama June taste like?
Like 2 hobos fucking in a shoe filled with piss.
enough.
I can go all day, Dopinder.
And as if that wasn't bad enough, prepare to have the bloody pieces of your shattered mood forcefully crammed back together again.
Now, if I were a 200-pound sack of assholes named Francis, where would I hide?
It's funny because... Wait, weren't we just talking about cancer? Ah! I don't know how to feel right now! So anyway, Deadpool goes after Francis, but before he can use him as his new pincushion, the 2 X-Men Fox released the licenses for come to stop him. Damn, that's gotta hurt. That means that if the licensing agents at Fox hadn't cooperated with the creative team at Marvel, Deadpool would have won that fight. And he knows it. And I hope you're ready to once again have your mood whiplashed, because I give you that.
Cancer's only in my liver, lungs, prostate, and brain. All things I can live without.
Yup, we're doing that again. So anyway, some Agent Smith-looking motherfucker comes into the bar looking for Deadpool, and he has an offer he can't refuse.
What if I told you we can cure your cancer?
What if I told you about the Matrix?
And what's more, give you abilities most men only dream of. We will make you better than better. A superhero.
Okay, I'll buy that you can cure his cancer because, you know, we've already seen it in the opening scene, But there is no way in hell that you can turn this asshole into a superhero. I mean, have you seen his kill counts? So anyway, cut back to the future, where we were just a few minutes ago. Damn, this timeline is hard to follow. Deadpool is once again on the street beating the crap out of Francis when the X-Men show up to stop him.
You're better than this.
No, he's really not. So anyway, they continue to argue about the merits of killing people, but while they're all distracted, the 300-pound sack of assholes named Francis gets away. This makes Deadpool so angry that he breaks his hand on Colossus's jaw.
That does it! Oh!
Good strategy? And it was so good the first time that he goes back for seconds.
Cockshot!
And thirds! Wow, this guy never learns.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
So anyway, after Deadpool has sufficiently beaten himself up, Colossus puts him in handcuffs and starts dragging him away. But Deadpool has the brilliant strategy of cutting off his own hands to escape. It'll grow back. So anyway, cut over to Agent Smith's secret lair of secretness. Smith is preparing Deadpool for the surgery that will supposedly turn him into a superhero. And Deadpool naturally decides to make a Green Lantern reference.
And please don't make the super suit green. Or animated.
Because it exists. And he was in it. Do you really need more of a reason than that? So anyway, Francis enters the scene to perform the surgery, and we proceed to get 15 minutes of intense torture porn. Because apparently that's how you get superpowers. Didn't everyone know that? But Deadpool eventually manages to escape by burning down the lair. So anyway, Deadpool goes back to his hometown to get back together with Vanessa, but his face has been so disfigured that he decides that he just can't face her. So he goes to his friend at the bar instead. His friend, for his part, has nothing but nice things to say.
Because you look like Freddy Krueger face fucking topographical map of Utah.
And then Deadpool picks the name Deadpool because that was what they called the pool of money that was bet on who would die. And now he won't die, so it's like ironic and crap. So then we proceed to get our obligatory montage of Deadpool trying on different costumes, including this white one, which proves to be somewhat problematic. But fortunately, a blind woman puts him onto the idea of wearing red, so as not to show blood.
Salsa water and lemon for blood. Or wear red. Dumbass.
Wow, Deadpool had to get fashion advice from a blind woman. That's pretty bad. So anyway, Deadpool manages to track down Agent Smith, and, well, you can probably figure out the rest.
You might want to look away for this. Now this little piggy went to... Thank you.
And then Deadpool catches a taxi, but, well, you already know what happens there. So skip ahead to where Deadpool is living with the blind woman in their shared apartment. And since Deadpool has a face so ugly that it turns people blind, and she's already blind, the arrangement works out well. So anyway, Francis goes to the bar to try and track down Deadpool, because he wants to get revenge for Deadpool getting revenge earlier. But he ends up learning the hard way that you don't threaten the bartender.
Whew. Thanks for having my back, guys.
Sorry, they're loyal customers. So anyway, the bartender calls Deadpool to warn him. And then they both go to a strip club where Stan Lee is cameoing. Oh, and Vanessa works there too, but unfortunately Francis gets to Vanessa before Deadpool can. So after a major freakout in which Deadpool says fuck a lot...
Yeah. I don't know. Alright, hey.
he gathers all his mini guns together and he heads out to kill Francis. But before he gets there, he makes a stop at the Xavier School to get the help of the X-Men. Damn, that must have hurt. So Deadpool and the X-Men get out of the taxi and start their obligatory slow-motion line walk. But Deadpool once again forgot the duffel bag with the guns.
Because, well, he's an idiot.
Where's your duffel bag?
God damn it! I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way, with 2 swords and maximum effort.
And so we get a whole lot of fighting.
So Deadpool finally makes it to the top of the building, to where Francis has Vanessa locked up.
And the two of them dance.
Let's dance. And by dance, I mean let's try to kill each other.
Well, of course. What else would he mean by dancing?
So anyway, Deadpool gets stabbed in the brain and starts to hallucinate, and Vanessa manages to impale Francis on a sword. But then the giant helicarrier that they're now apparently on suddenly starts to fall.
But it's okay, because Deadpool has his special maximum effort powers that can fix anything.
Maximum effort!
Remember, kids, if you ever have a choice between working smarter and working harder, always work harder. Deadpool says.
Maximum effort!
You do realize that there's a car jack right there, don't you? Like literally right there. Maximum efforts?
Because everything is better when it's harder. So much better when it's harder.
That came out wrong. Or did it?
But then, just when you think it's over, the stabbed through the heart Francis comes back to life to attack Deadpool. So they struggle for a bit, and then Deadpool finally manages to snap his neck. But he's still somehow okay. But then Deadpool pins him down with a gun to his head.
But before Deadpool has a chance to shoot, Colossus gives a generic speech about sparing enemies and nobility and... Thank you.
So anyway, Deadpool and Vanessa finally have their big reunion.
I deserve.
Well, that went well.
So anyway, they make up and everything is good again. And we finally get that happy ending that he promised at the beginning.
So that was Deadpool. How was it? I believe I might already have mentioned that this was a really good movie. So if you haven't seen it yet, see it. And if you have seen it already, see it again. Because it's amazing. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. So, until next time, here's your kid-friendly Stan Lee cameo of the day.
Hey, coming onto our stage right now, give it up for Chastity!
Oh, and for those of you wondering why I gave Transformers such a hard time about its mini ball jokes, but Deadpool somehow gets a pass on its mini ball jokes, that's because Deadpool made ball jokes classy again. Hashtag make ball jokes classy again.
Hey, yeah, I wanna shoot, baby. Shoot.
Ooh, how you doing, baby? No, not you. You, the bow-legged one. Yeah. What's your name? Damn, baby. That sounds sexy. Here I go, here I go, here I go again, girls. What's my weakness? Okay, then chillin', minding my business. You saw I looked around and I couldn't believe this. I swear, I stand, my niece, my witness. The brother had it going on with something kinda wicked. Had to kick it. I'm not shy, so I asked for the digits. I hope no, that don't make me see what I want. Slip, slide to it swiftly. Felt it in my hips, so I dip back to my bag of tricks. Then I flip for a tip, made me wanna do tricks on them, lick them like a lollipop should be lit. Came to my senses and I chill for a bit. Don't know how you do the voodoo that you do so well. It's a spell, hell makes me wanna shoot. your mother for a butt like that. Can I get some fries with that shake, shake, booby? If looks could kill you, would be an Uzi or a shotgun. Bang! What's up with that thing? I wanna know, how does it hang? Straight up, wait up, hold up, Mr. Lover. Like Prince said, you're a sexy mother. Well, I like them real wild, B-boy style by the mile.
Oh, and for those of you wondering if this really counts as a toy-related movie, just check me out in action figure form. I'm adorable. Buy me for $9.99. You know you want me.